my most amazing artist. I'm here today to help you learn about the elements of art. The elements of art, what are they, you might ask? Well, they are the building blocks of all art, the ingredients for the recipe of your masterpiece. The elements of art are line, shape, color, value, form, texture, and space. Today, we are going to learn about the element of art called line. Now, there are all different kinds of lines, you know. There are straight lines. You want to make one with me? Straight line, good. A curved line, curved, good. A loopy line, loop, 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 loop. Awesome. A spiral line goes around and around and around and around. Woo! How about a zigzag line? Zigzag, 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 zigzag. Why, there are so many different kinds of lines, we just can't list them all. So lines also go in all different kinds of directions. For example, a line might go vertical. That means from top to bottom, or bottom to top, or from side to side. That's called horizontal, like this. What about a slanted line? That's called diagonal and goes just like this. In fact, lines can go in any direction. So now that you've become an expert on this, on the element of art, line, let's take what we've learned and make some art. Today we will create an abstract line design. What is abstract art, you ask? Abstract art is modern art, which does not represent images of our everyday world. It has color, lines, and shapes, but they are not intended to represent objects or living things. This project has 3 parts. Part 1 is paint a variety of lines using black acrylic paint. Part 2, paint spaces between the lines using the primary colors. And Part 3, add detail and patterns with oil pastels. The supplies you will need are white paper, a paintbrush, a water can, black acrylic or tempera paint, watercolor or tempera paints in red, yellow, and blue, and oil pastels. Before we get started on our abstract design painting, I would like to review a few of the terms that we've gone over so far. First, the directions of your lines. Horizontal, which goes from side to side, vertical, which goes up and down, and diagonal, which goes both up and down and side to side at the same time. Another word for diagonal would be slanted. Next, the lines. Of course, there's the straight line, the curved line, the loopy line, the spiral line, and of course the zigzag line. Now there are many other lines out there. You can use the lines that you want. Next, you need to determine which direction you want your paper to be in. Do you want your paper horizontal or vertical? This is vertical. This is horizontal. I think I'm going to go with horizontal. Now, looking at the lines here, I'm going to be thinking about how I'm going to create this. And when you start painting, the one thing I want you to remember is the beginning of the line starts at the edge of the paper and the end of the line ends on the other side or to the side or at another line. You'll understand once I get started showing you. Here we go. I'm going to start with a straight line. And that's what you'll do. You'll begin with a line that you choose and just go down the list. So I want my straight line to be diagonal. So I'm going to go from the edge of the paper all the way across to the next edge right here. And I've made a diagonal straight line. Next, I want to make a curve line. I think my curve line is going to be coming off of the diagonal line right here. Watch this. Please notice I started at a line and I ended on the edge of the paper. What you've done is made an area here, here, and here in which to paint. Next, I'm going to make the loopy line. I think I'm going to make a diagonal loopy line that starts on my curve line and continues moving diagonally across the page. When my brush gets dry, I dip, wipe, paint. Going all the way to the edge, right there off the page. So I've done straight, curved, loopy. I think I need to make a spiral. I think I'll start right over here in this big spot, starting in the middle, going around and around and around. It's getting a little dry, so I'll go back and dip, wipe, paint. Keep going. My spiral's getting bigger. My spiral's getting even bigger. My spiral is getting so big it goes right off the page. Next, let's see, zigzag. I kind of like a diagonal zigzag. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. There, nice. Let's see, I've got some big spaces here. I need to figure out what to do. Let me see, what line have I not used? I have not made a horizontal line yet, so I will make a horizontal line right across here, a horizontal straight line, edge to edge. I still have one spot here, so I think I will make, how about a vertical curve line? Starting at the top and going down like that. I think I'm finished. I've made lots of spaces in which to paint. Now I'm going to let this dry and before I go to the next part. Part 2. Paint spaces with primary colors. Next step, paint the spaces alternately. Try and make certain that you don't have two colors side by side. You'll use the primary colors, yellow, blue, and red. Part 3. Add detail with oil pastels. Now that your painting is dry, go back in with oil pastels and add repeated lines in a variety of sizes and shapes. Look, you are now a line expert. Good job! The end.